Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm going to talk about integration into Shopify with two more applications that I came across yesterday or the day before. I want to continue to expand on the product selection or just options that I have on my website. And that's led me to look at other apps that I can integrate into Shopify. But the trick has become making sure that the website doesn't become cluttered with too many options. And then also making sure that I don't break anything if I add another app to the website. So let me jump over here to this screen. Okay. And I forgot to pull up my website for you guys. But this is one of them, the first one. Let me jump to the website here. Okay, so whenever someone comes, and I did update some things today, whenever someone comes to the website, they want to purchase something. Whenever they do purchase something, I don't fulfill the order myself. Everything is going through white wall, which we've talked about before. So everything is print on demand in terms of order placing, like placing orders. Now, I want to add different, well, not even just different types of products, but I would say less expensive products or options, because I did run the marketing campaign, I believe it was in December, which in terms of reach, it did very well. But I had quite a few people get to the checkout page and find out that the high gloss prints that I have available are very expensive. Now, I've done a few things to sort of bring the price down in terms of I offer like older prints. I have price tier 11 is at $77. That's where it starts. And these are older pieces here that are available. But still, if you are coming to the website for the first time, you may not want to spend $80 on a print. And also the print that you like has to be in this lower tier. So what ends up happening is, from the numbers and the analytics I was looking at, people would come to the site, they would find something that they like, but then the price would be too high for them. And so I was looking at I was looking at different paper options again, which I was going to go back to the Fuji Crystal archive paper. I looked at the samples today and I felt like that's just not the type of paper I want to offer, because compared to the high gloss that I'm using right now, the Fuji archive paper, I just don't think it's good in terms of quality. So I don't want to come down in paper quality, which means that I can't come down in price. So I have to offer a different product altogether in order to give potential buyers a much, cheaper or less expensive option. So I did a little digging, and the first place I tried was Prodigi. I'm gonna skip over the wall art part of it because I don't want to use their paper in terms of their print papers, but they do have other options here. And so I was thinking, okay, that can be like merchandise at a less expensive price point. And you would go to the sales channel and you would link whether it's Shopify, Etsy, TikTok Shop, whatever your host website is. They even have art storefronts down here. And you would link your store to Prodigy, and then when an order comes in, Prodigy would again print on demand. They would take care of fulfilling the order for you. I went through the process of connecting my Shopify store yesterday, which was pretty straightforward. After that, getting the products to sync was very frustrating. And after quite a few failed attempts, I decided to try something else. But I went to their Instagram, and this is the stuff that they have. And I guess the issue for me is to offer products that are less expensive, but I don't want to come down in quality. And that's just a tough balance. Now, this I looked at, they have greeting cards. And so I was thinking, okay, it'll fit my brain if I have premium paper for greeting cards, premium paper for postcards. I think that would be a good starting point for someone who just wanted to come to the gallery and purchase something, like I said, less expensive. So I felt like, that would be a good thing to do or to have available on the website. But the thing with Prodigy is that they don't offer like a pack of 10 that ships directly to the customer. They only do one at a time, like one card at a time. And I really did want to offer singles and like a pack of 10 per photograph. But I finally figured all of that out. It was a little bit difficult to figure out how their website works. But the idea is pretty much the same. I just felt like, their company, I wasn't going to be able to work well with them. So like I said before, I went to Plan B and I pulled up Gelato, which, as you guys can see, I did put in my sample order. It took me like less than 5 minutes to figure out how to link my Shopify store with them. I've heard of them before. I've never ordered anything from them. But everything was pretty straightforward. They do have quite a few product choices. And if I understand everything correctly, they do ship globally. I think the thing that surprised me is they actually have, that's not the one I want to go to. They actually have t-shirts from Nike, which is the dry fit kind, not the regular kind. So I wear a lot of Nike dry fit shirts just because the material is really thin, but it keeps you really warm. And so for me, I just run cold quite a bit. So I don't want to have to wear something heavy a lot of the time. So I wear a lot of their dry fit stuff. And I can't find the example up here, but it's here. So I ordered that. I ordered it. It's gonna be here in, I want to say, 7 to 10 business days. But the thing with me is, like I said, I want to make sure the quality is where I'm comfortable with it. Okay, so I pulled up the samples here. Hold on, let me drag this over. So this is a greeting card. I'm really picky about the paper that I print on. I have my work printed on. So this is a glossy paper that they're using. And it's got some type of a silk coating on it, so I don't know how that's going to look. But that's the greeting card. I ordered a sample of that. Then this one is the postcard. It has the same silk glossy coating on it. So I ordered that one. And then in terms of the t-shirt, I ordered this one. So this is just going to be for the brand. I don't plan on putting any of my photography work on here. If I start digging back into illustrations, then I might put that on t-shirts, but I'm not sure, because my illustration skills are not as good as my photography skills. So for right now, the t-shirts are just going to be for promoting the brand. So this is the front, and then on the back, I just decided to put a small logo on there without the inscription on the bottom. So that, like I said, it's going to be here probably by the end of next week, I'm thinking. So I'm really looking forward to that. I want to see if I can bring up. Here we go. So they have a lot of products. I don't know about the calendar, but like I said, I did order a pack of 10 for the greeting cards and a pack of 10 for the postcards. And I'll see how that goes. They also have photo books, but I don't want to use those. I'm thinking about the mugs, the stainless steel water bottles, and most of this would be for branding. Just having products to promote the brand. Men's clothing. I don't know if they'll have what I'm looking for on the sample here. I think the dry fit's in here somewhere. And then they have various colors. But the only thing that I'm gonna have available is just the normal white and then black, and then the logo would be inverse. So on the white t-shirts, black logo, black t-shirts, white logo. They do have several other colors to choose from, and I actually like this one. But see, this is the fit of the t-shirt's not the same. So I like the fit of Nike's dry fit better than this. This is like too loose for me, but I don't know where the dry fit option is. Let me see if I can pull it up. I don't think I can. It's weird. So if you want to add something, and some of you may be illustrators. Illustration to me is a lot better for the apparel in terms of fit, because with a photograph, I just don't want to put a box like stickered onto the front of the shirt. That's what I want to stay away from. But they have some nice quality stuff. I see the Under Armour. Like this is Under Armour. I've heard of Bella before. They got the Champion shirt, the Champion brand on here as well. Travis Matthew, which is trending. I did not see this yesterday. This is interesting. They don't have white. Do they have black? They do have black. So I would offer that as a with the white logo on there. I don't know how it would look, but yeah. And then the other thing in terms of putting your work on here, they have direct to film, which is basically just the ink is gonna sit on the surface, and then or you can have it embroidered where that embroidered look is kind of raised up from the surface, but I didn't really like that. I don't really like that look with the stitch thread and it's raised. I just want it to be flat, clean. As long as it prints, sharp, it's clear in terms of the letters, the edges, then I think it'll be fine. But I will definitely see. I'll see how it looks. Interesting. But for me, it's like I want the colors to match the brand. So I'm just going with a basic black and white. And I think that will fit the look that I'm going for. I'm gonna go one more try and see if it comes up. No. Nope, it's not coming up. It's weird. Okay. So if you guys have tried these out before, whether it's Prodigy and or Gelato, just let us know in the comment section how your experience was. And like I said, when the samples come in, I'm definitely going to take a look at them and just make sure it's the best fit for what I want to do for the website. Let me see if I can bring this one up. No, I can't. Okay. So the last thing I'll go into before I head out is I did test the link or how Gelato links to Shopify. Let me pull this up really quick. So I'm back on my website. I'm going to go Red Sky. And this is how I'm going to present them. So this is going to be the print that comes from Whitewall, and then anything that's coming from Gelato is going to be a separate product listing. I wanted to put them together, but they are two separate channels. So I all of my attempts to put them together, because basically I want people just to go to one print and be able to either select the prints from Whitewall or select the greeting cards, postcards, whatever else I decide to add on from Gelato. I would like all that to be here in the same listing. But that's not how they work, because it's two different platforms managing these. It's just showing up on the same website. So since that's the case, I figure I'm going to name it the same in terms of the title. So they're both going to be Red Sky, but it's going to be Red Sky greeting cards, Red Sky postcards, if there's mugs, calendars, whatever I decide to add on here. But for right now, definitely greeting cards and postcards. And so when you click on the greeting card, this is, the look of it is the same, but it's completely managed by Gelato. So when the order comes in, it's going to go straight to them. They're going to print it out and send it directly to whoever ordered it. Send it directly to the customer. The pricing is going to, well, right now I have a pack of 10 for this particular print is $18, which is by far like the least expensive option I have on the website. The older stuff, like this one is from 2008. It's not gonna cost that much. Like the newer, as the tiers go up, the price is gonna increase. I just have to figure out by how much. But right now, I just feel like this is the floor for the pricing. And let's see. I mentioned before that this can get really cluttered, is because if you look at what I have in stock, I have 278 products in stock, like individual prints. And then I have to add on a separate channel, and that channel is going to have its own listings. So that's going to be on top of, right now I would say it's like 277 prints that are managed by Whitewall, which means that it can easily be close to 600 listings if I just add on the greeting cards alone, since they are going to have their own product listing. So then that turns into how to keep everything organized, how to keep the site from getting just turning into chaos. I'm going to have to figure out how to keep it, like I said, keep it organized and make sure that people can find, what they're looking for easily. So I was thinking, okay, do I want to separate the greeting cards from the prints and the frame prints? Do I want them together? And so then I took a look at Red Sky yesterday, and I think it is, for now, I'm leaning on they're going to be together. But I don't know, my mind might change on that. So you have Red Sky, the print, Red Sky, the greeting card, right next to each other. Because if you're looking on this page and you see this, you'll automatically know that, okay, it has a greeting card that matches this. Because the problem is, if you come to this listing, like if I put a link on social media and you come to this listing, you have no idea that there's a greeting card assigned to this one. You just don't. I guess what I could do is add a link in the description to the greeting card, postcard. If I include a mug, I'm kind of on the fence, like a coffee mug. I'm kind of on the fence with that one, but something so that if you come to this page and you say, well, $87 is too high, then you'll automatically see, oh, there's other product options that you can choose from. But again, I have so much work. It would take me a while to just link everything together, you know. So I'm thinking about how do I want to do this? Because right now, again, because there's two different channels being managed by two different companies, it just makes it more time consuming for me to manage how I want to, or figure out how I want to organize this. But ultimately, I think it's going to be good. It's going to be beneficial, but I don't think that everything is going to have alternate products. I'm going to look at which prints are more popular. Make sure my favorites are also included to have the less expensive options there. And then I was thinking about creating like I want to say like a banner on the homepage to just promote the greeting cards, the postcards, right? And I did do that to a point. Like up here, I have everything organized in terms of like the subject. So all the architecture, automobiles, beaches, birds, black and white, etc. Like all that's organized under collections, and then the series, all of that is broken up, of course. And then the price tiers. I don't know if I'm going to keep this. I might change this to gifts and have that in a drop-down menu as well. Like, okay, there's greeting cards, there's postcards. And then when you click on that, all of the greeting cards and all of the postcards that are available will show up in this section or on this page. So that's what I'm thinking about. But it's like first things first. First, the samples have to print out the way that I want them to. If the samples don't look right, then I'm going to have to find another channel or another company to link to Shopify and work with them. But the samples have to come out right first. But yeah, that first hurdle of just getting the products linked correctly. With Prodigy, I was never able to figure it out. With Gelato, it was pretty straightforward. I recognized how the user interface worked. So, once you start doing this over and over again with different web hosts, you get used to how everything is supposed to work. Yeah, but that's where I'm at. So hopefully by next weekend, not this weekend coming up, but next weekend, the samples will be in, and as soon as I look at the papers, I'll know, like, okay, this is a company I want to work with, or let me try something different. And like I said before, if for some odd reason this doesn't work with Gelato as well, and the samples don't work or don't look the way I want them to, I am going to take another look at Find Out America, because they have a lot of products that are together. Like I would be able to, let me pull them up really quickly. I would be able to link everything on one page in terms of the additional product. So if you're on here, let's just go wall art, and you click on one of these. No, I don't want to pop up. Hold on. Let me just pick one of these. This is what I mean. Like everything is here. So the art print, framed, canvas, metal, acrylic, wood, and then if you have greeting cards or postcards, it'll also be there as well. So everything is together. So it cuts down on how many different product listings you'll have on the website. The issue with me, again, comes back to even on here, they don't have the Fuji Flex high gloss paper that I like to use. So, I mean, that's the only thing. But yeah, see, here's all the additional products. They have the greeting cards, jigsaw puzzles, spiral notebooks, apparel, battery charger. I don't know if I've seen that before. It has over here battery charger. I'm like, okay. Bath towels, yoga mat, shower curtain, tote bag, duvet cover, throw pillow. There's just so many things. And what I add my prints to these, more times than not, I just wouldn't, because again, I'm so picky about how my work looks in terms of presentation. So over here is greeting cards. You click on that. The only thing that bothers me is they put their branding on the back of the card. That would bother me. It just would. They put their branding on the back of it. Now, I don't know. I'm wondering if, like, you can subscribe to the premium service for $30 a year. I don't know if you go premium, do they still put their branding on the back of the card, or do they remove it if you go premium? Because I'm guessing that if you sign up for Fine Art America and you keep the free version of this, you're going to have, I expect there to be branding from them on the back of the card. But if you go $30 a year, does that include them taking the branding off? I'm not sure. But yes, they oh my goodness, they have a lot of product. There's a lot. Shower curtain. And again, if you want to go this route, I would highly recommend that you order your own work, order samples of your work, just to make sure it looks the way that you want it to look. So just making sure it looks right. But that's the other option. The other thing is when you add in Fine Art America to Shopify, depending on the theme of your website, it might look okay. It might look weird. It might have glitches to it, but I've read some feedback on this that sometimes, depending on the theme of your Shopify site, it may or may not sink in perfectly. So that's the other thing you have to look into. Okay. I have some other things that I'm going to go over in the next podcast, but that's all I have for right now. So I'm just in a wait and see approach. I think what I'm going to do in the meantime while I'm waiting for the samples to come in is I do have more automobile photographs to add to the website. It's going to be a lot of stuff. it's gonna be a lot, but everything looks good. It's just looking into how I can expand from here. So you guys have a great rest of your week. I'll see you next time. Take care.